podcast.
Yeah, the music interviews, the culture.
Sweet. Let's get into it.
And then don't forget all the lovely things we plan to do today.
Sweet podcast.
What's the word, everybody? It's your man, Mr. Al Pete. It is the Groove Sweet Podcast. Thank you for listening, hit and play. Day 3 of the challenge, the Content Creator Challenge. We got this thing rolling, and we on day 3. So I need to catch up and listen to my folks and see what they're talking about, because I've just been moving kind of quick, but I'm going to slow down and listen to my folks. But shouts out to all the people that are in the challenge. Hopefully everything is moving good for you. It's been good, but you know, we got a whole month of it, so it's gonna get intense, I'm sure. Like mid-month, everybody gonna be like, but it's all for the greater good, and it's all lessons to it. So, but thank y'all so much for listening. So I'm not gonna get through the whole spiel or whatever. All the spills are on the day 1 action, but we're not gonna waste any time with this action today. Day 3, you already saw the title, so let's get the tape player right here. Air drum roll. Today is Ghostface Killah, Daytona 500, featuring Raekwon and Cappadonna. So I actually didn't even have this on my list of songs to do, but shouts out to my man Venom. I was talking to him. I saw him Saturday, and every time I talk to my man Venom, I've known him for a long time, like 10 plus years. Just a great brother in general, one of my hip hop comrades in this hip hop world when it comes to MCing. His favorite group is like Wu-Tang, and of course y'all know who mine is, but we always had these like Wu-Tang conversations, because me being from the South, I feel like people be treating the people in the South like they don't know the music like that, but I'm like a stupid nerd of it. I do feel like for like the years of like 90 to like probably now a little bit, but like 90 to like 97, I felt like I was the only person listening to a lot of music that was out. And when I say the music that was out, like 93 to Infinity, you know, I was West Coast. A lot of East Coast music was out. Like, you know, I'm here in Jacksonville, Florida, so we went and I didn't hear a lot of my people playing Wu-Tang like that, even though it was like the prominent hip hop music to listen to. I didn't hear people in my in my classrooms or in the hallways of school or at the community spots or YMCAs. I didn't hear people talking about it. I was excited about Lords of Underground coming, and I didn't know at the time that, you know, nobody knew about it. So they came up before, and everybody was happy because they were stars. But neither here nor there. I like having conversations with my brother Venom, and every time we talk, we always bring up a reference from Wu-Tang. I don't care what it is, whether it's a skit, song, artist, all that stuff. So this Saturday that just passed, we was talking about Iron Man, and we was talking about the skits. And I don't want to give it away, but it was something that made us think about it. And we started talking about blaxploitation movies. And Venom mentioned the movie with all the skits from, I forgot the name of it, but the skits from the album. And
What you doing on our turf, punk?
Got a message for Smokey.
Give it.
You a Smokey, man?
Give it.
If you ain't Smokey, ain't your motherfucking message.
Motherfucker, I said give me the message.
We just went down that aisle. So then, nevertheless, when I left, I started playing Ghostface Killah Iron Man, and Daytona 500 came on. I was like, wow. I remember when the song came out, and I remember, you know, the feeling I had. And so I remember that this album was came out my senior year in high school, because the Mary J. Blige song, that's what everybody knew. Everybody knew that All That I Got Is You. But of course, being a Wu-Tang fanatic, it just felt like this continuation of the Raekwon Only Built for Cuban Links tape. So that's like my memory of it. But Daytona 500 was definitely a dope song. So let's get into the spill of things. I basically gave y'all a little bit of my memory and my thoughts or whatever. So let's get into like the histories and the fun facts.
Groove Sweet podcast.
So the Iron Man album was released on October 29th, 1996. Like it's coming up on its 26th anniversary. Very dope. RZA produced the song, and he produced the whole album. I think one other person, True Master, produced one of the songs, but RZA, as always, produced everybody's album from Wu-Tang, and it didn't go any further than that with Ghostface. So of course, like I said, All That I Got Is You is the song that everybody loves. Fun fact. So another fun fact, when I was in a step group originally, shouts out to all the members originally at Reebok Senior High School. We was getting ready for a step show, and we used the first part of this song, which I didn't even realize it was a ballad from Michael Jackson's song, The Lady of My Life. So, but they changed the words of it. So this is like 1996, 97, we had a step show. They had a cuss word in it. And the cuss word, because you can never F with Wu-Tang Killer Bees, right? Don't ask me how in the world we got that taken out of the tape or whatever. I don't know. Like, it wasn't technology back. I mean, it was technology, but not to the point where we could do it on our phones. You got apps now that you can like take the words out, stitch one part of the song to the other, and all that cutting stuff. But I don't remember how we did it in 96, 97. And I think that was like the craziest thing. But nevertheless, we got that word out. So instead of it sounding like this,
Cause you can never fuck with Wu-Tang Killer Bees.
it sounded like this.
Cause you can never Wu-Tang Killer Bees.
And I thought it was dope because that was one of our introductions when we came on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like this singing. I want to say Patrick Mays hooked that up. Not sure. But that's a very fond memory that I have of that. The fun fact or whatever.
Roof Sweet podcast.
So to get into the song, so the infamous sample is from Bob James' Nautilus. So that song is very funky, and it has the infamous loop in there that everybody knows about. The dun, 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 dun. That's the infamous loop. Other artists have used certain parts of that song, but that's one like that's a known song to be sampled, and definitely was sampled from hip hop. So here's an insert of Bob James, his thoughts on it. I thought this was funny, so here we go.
Hi, I'm Bob James. I'm one of the most sampled artists in the world. And I got to admit, I know about Ghostface Killah. I don't even know whether that's the name of a group or a person. If I did meet Ghostface Killah, I wouldn't know whether to call him Ghost or would I call him Mr. Killer.
Of course, when I first heard this song back in the day, I did not know this was a sample. I just thought it was just it's just like RZA doing his thing. You don't think about you don't think about the other aspects of it.
And this is the fun part because it's the waiting game for the part to come up. And I have a loop function on my laptop.
But of course, when I got older and started going like hip hop shows, hearing DJs DJ, you hear that loop. It's the infamous playing the song first, and then you let the beat ride or whatnot. You let it ride, and then next thing you know, the sample. I mean, the actual song that's been sampled comes in. And I think that's cool too that he spoke on like the legal aspect of it. He was very casual with it. Thank goodness, because boy, the statute of limitations ran out. But I'm sure it was some under the table type of stuff. I'm sure they broke off Bob James with that. I would think so.
Roof Sweet podcast.
Speaking on the video, so the video, another fun fact about me, one of my favorite cartoons is Speed Racer. So if you look at the video of this song, it has Speed Racer elements. Well, no, the whole video is like Speed Racer. So of course, seeing Speed Racer at like 15, 16 years old. I remember my mom put me on that. My mom bought me I remember she bought me like these two like two VCR tapes. And it was Schoolhouse Rock and Speed Racer. Not sure why my mama did that. I don't know. But my mom bought me those tapes. She bought me those tapes, and me and the analytical kid that I am, I was looking at it more deeper. Of course, it was entertainment, but like I learned a lot from like Schoolhouse Rock, and then I just looked at Speed Racing and was like, yo, this cartoon is different. This don't look like typical cartoons. All cartoons look different, but you can kind of look like Jim Henson. You knew he did Muffet Babies, and the turnaround did Fraggle Rock. So it was like different characters and stuff, but it was like the same illustrator. So like when I watched Speed Racer, I was like, yo, this looks crazy, but I did not know this was called anime illustration. So I read up on it. It said that Speed Racer was like the first anime to be on like US TV. So anime comes from, across the pond or whatnot. Not sure where it came from, but nevertheless, it was just different. And I loved it. So pairing that with like, rap, it's like, whoa, like it blew my mind. It blew my mind. It was great. It was dope. And I still honor it to this day. So if you haven't watched the video, please go watch it. And the video will be in the show notes. So you can click on that and check it out. So the climate of when it came out, I feel like, hip hop in the 90s was like this experimentation type thing. Not that, well, it was, you had people that had like the same kind of like flows and doing the same thing, the hand gestures, the clothes and stuff like that. Well, it kind of changed a little bit because they was the ambassador of whatever logos that they had on. Like I remember on the album, on the Black Jesus song, it says, rock that fisherman hat like Gordon. Like, just thinking deep into that, I'm like, okay, well, I need to get a bucket hat. And I literally have a bucket hat to this day. I have like 4 of them that I kind of run through. And it's in essence of the hip hop people making it cool. So with that being said, the experimentation thing was pretty cool because most of these artists, just kind of did what they did. They didn't have no, it wasn't like too much technical rules when it came to hip hop like that. Everybody was doing their thing. So like Wu-Tang had already established themselves as those people that do their own thing. So, I think the climate was just kind of open and receiving what it was. And, I think a lot of people probably looked at it and was like, yeah, this is, I'm gonna take it from this way. But at the same time too, it was probably a situation where if your friend was bumping it, then it was cool. Like Ice Cream was like a big song too. Of course, Ice Cream was on TV or whatever, and that's what we used to watch, the Yo on TV raps, the rap cities and stuff. So, we would have little conversations about it, but I'm sure everybody in my class was like, okay, well, I like Ice Cream too. Because I DJ it and I put it on sometimes, and, people be dancing a little bit, but it don't be like this uproar. But I'm sure in New York or anywhere else that's prominent hip-hop or prominent of that culture, then it'd be a different story. So we have our little culture here in Jacksonville, but unfortunately, it just wasn't as rich and robust as like other spots. But in my head, it was definitely robust because it was just busting. So.
Roof Sweet podcast.
All right, we done, man. Day 3 is a wrap. So go listen to Ghostface Killah Daytona 500 featuring Raekwon and Cappadonna. Like I said, man, it felt like it was just a continuation of Raekwon's album, Only Built for Cuban Links, which had came out a year prior to. So I think you had Raekwon, and then you had GZA album, then you had Ghostface album. So, and then I think after that, ODB might have came out. I don't know the order. I'm just kind of speaking off what I know. But all I know is it rolls into 97 when we have the double disc of Wu-Tang, the Wu-Tang Forever joint with the infamous Triumph. But thank y'all for hitting play. Hopefully y'all enjoyed my story time and such. I got all my references in the show notes, so anything that I mentioned on here, the reference will be there so you can go check it out. And just really trying to be respectful and get on my APA tip. APA as in style writing and LP association. Flip, MC stuff. Love y'all so much. Thank y'all. Be good to yourselves and to everybody else. Until next time, or day 4. All right?
Say peace to cats who rock Mac knowledge, street astrologists.
Yeah, that's my baseline, all right.
Let's get it. The Groove Suite podcast has been brought to you by Mr. Penis's Neighborhood and The Groove Suite. Make sure you stay in tune with us on our socials, on Instagram and Twitter at The Groove Suite, and on Facebook, The Groove Suite Podcast. If you want to email us some music, tell us that you like us, email us at groovesweetjacks@gmail.com. New things, new things, new things. New vibe, new soul, all that. Thank you to everybody who supports us, rock with us, and vibe with us. The Groove Suite.
Beats the cats who rock Mac knowledge, street astrologists, light up the mic, guard knowledge, the block joints, the capital points, Corolla, Motorola, player guard, back over the shoulder, home tanks, player like banks, check the franchise, front on my guys, my enterprise, splash,